All right, so my pre-trib friends, this is for you guys who are apparently having a little trouble understanding what Scripture actually says about the arrival of the day of the Lord and when that occurs. So let's clarify. Okay, so the pre-trib view apparently teaches that the day of the Lord begins all the way over here when the first seal is opened. All right, so let's take a look at what Scripture says about this. Joel 2:31 says, "The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes." All right, so let's read about where exactly this happens during the sequence of end times events, and that would be Revelation 6:12. "And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood." Okay, so right here, after the sixth seal is opened, the sun turns to darkness and the moon turns to blood. This tells us that the day of the Lord is about to soon begin sometime after the sixth seal is opened. And just in case that's not quite enough evidence for you, we also have the rich man and the mighty man in Revelation 6:17 saying, "For the great day of his wrath has come, and who shall be able to stand?" Okay, so John makes it crystal clear right here at the sixth seal that the day of the Lord has not quite gotten started yet, but it's about to soon begin, right? Because of this right here, the blood red moon and the darkened sun happens before the great day of God's wrath begins, according to Joel 2:31, then how would it be possible for the day of the Lord to begin all the way over here at the first seal? It's not possible, because this right here happens before the day of the Lord begins. Okay, so if this happens right here, then that means the day of the Lord can't begin until after that point, which is right over here at the sounding of the first trumpet. Okay, so this is not like a complicated mathematical equation. It's basic common sense, right? The day of the Lord begins right here with the sounding of the first trumpet. But before that happens, before the time of God's wrath begins, the great multitude, which no man could count, is going to be caught up to God's throne right here after the sixth seal is opened. Okay? So that happens right after the sixth seal is opened. Okay, and for those who are unaware, the great multitude that arrives in heaven, rejoicing over salvation after the sixth seal is opened, is the church. Okay, Revelation 7:9-17 shows us that the church is going to be caught up to the Lord after the blood red moon and darkened sun indicate that the day of the Lord is about to soon begin, but before the seven angels are given their seven trumpets, which leads right into the sounding of the first trumpet to begin the day of the Lord. Okay, and contrary to what the pre-trib theory would have you believe, the seals are not part of the great day of God's wrath. The opening of the seals is simply the process of Jesus opening the book in Revelation to reveal the hidden prophecy regarding the day of the Lord. Okay, what John sees in the spiritual realm during the opening of the seals is foreshadowing of what's about to start happening soon once the day of the Lord begins, okay? The riders on the horses are simply being prepared for their upcoming mission. They're given power to create plagues and cause a time of trouble upon the earth. And then once the day of the Lord begins, that's when they're going to carry out their assignments. Okay, and also contrary to a lot of the popular theories that most have been led to believe, the opening of the seals occurs in Revelation at the beginning of the 7-year period, okay? The 7-year period of the day of the Lord begins once the book is opened and the seven angels receive their seven trumpets. Okay, the opening of the seals is simply the process that leads up to the point where the book can be opened and then the day of the Lord begins. All right, but that's a topic for another video. We can talk about that another time. Anyway, this is where the resurrection and rapture of the church occurs in Scripture, after the sixth seal is opened, right before the great day of God's wrath begins. All right? Okay, guys, take care. God bless.